Okay, well, the reason why I uploaded that video saying what I said about the title of it, I didn't want to upload this video is because, well, truthfully, I didn't want to upload that video. I never thought I would have to ever upload that video, to be honest. But here it is. It's uploaded. And I wish it wasn't, but it's uploaded. I know a lot of people really don't know that I am technically a small bit delayed. And where I'm a small bit delayed, sometimes I have to use voice to text or dictation to be able to text my phone, to text people. If I don't, sometimes I don't use dictation at all. Some other times I don't use speech to text at all. Sometimes I just use voice notes, which sometimes it's a lot easier for me because, well, of the fact that I am delayed in certain areas. And my areas would be my reading, my writing, my spelling, stuff like that. When I was in high school and college, I won't deny it, my teachers had to read my test to me, and then I would have to circle the answer that I thought was correct on my test. If it came to the point of something had to be written down on a piece of paper off my test, my teacher would have to write down the words that I was telling them on my test, because if not, the person that was going to grade my test probably wouldn't be able to read the writing that was on the paper because of the fact of my writing is bad. Now, I can read a little bit, not a whole lot. This is why sometimes I have to constantly reread your comments until they make sense, because I don't fully understand it at first. And then after I read it through 2 or 3 times, I understand what you guys are saying. I wish I didn't have to go through all that. You guys know recently I opened up about the fact that I had borderline personality disorder, which was a hard thing for me to open up about. I literally kept that a secret for a whole entire year. Like, I kept this a secret to most people too, because I didn't want them making fun of me because of it. I wanted people to think that I was normal. I didn't have a disability. But yes, I am technically a small bit, tiny bit, just a small bit. I can't stress the word small enough. Mentally delayed. Just slightly. So, this is why I use speech to text or dictation to send my text messages. Because sometimes I don't know how to spell the words. So I have to get I have to use it because I need to. Do I wish I didn't have to? Of course I did. But unfortunately, I have to and I don't have a choice. This is why sometimes I use um, voice notes because I don't have to type anything. I don't have to use speech to text. I don't have to use dictation. I can get the message across a lot clearer. But I'm not going to mention nobody's name or anything like that. I won't single anybody out. For years, and I mean years, people would joke around just because I end up misspelling a certain word. They would make a joke out of it, or they would try to correct, or if it didn't make a joke out of the word that was spelled incorrectly, then they would correct correct my English. Instead of trying to correct my English or making a joke out of a word that's spelled incorrectly, just ask me what I mean. I will try my best to explain to you what I mean if something doesn't come out right in a text message or if I make a comment. And Amber, thanks for joining. I did read it, and I know I shouldn't have to feel bad about it, but I do feel bad about it. I wish that I could I wish I could spell the words that I need to spell. I can't help the fact that I'm a little bit delayed to the point that I have a trouble with my reading, my writing, my spelling. I know I probably shouldn't be embarrassed about it either, but I am. But anyways, happy Canada Day to the people that live in Canada. Currently, it is here in my part of Canada. This is the current time, 12:45. I don't know, but lately, in the last, I don't know, couple of months, 2 months, 3 months at the most, um, pe- people been making jokes out of a word that was spelled incorrectly. But I say people should stop and think about the words that these or that they're going to say before they actually physically say the words that they're going to say, because the words that they're saying could possibly hurt somebody's feelings if they're meaning it as yes, I do have a sense of humor. I won't deny it because I do. I do have a sense of humor. I do. Some jokes I'll laugh right at it if it's funny. Some other jokes I take it personally and they make me upset because some jokes can actually be hurtful. People may think just because it was a joke that it's not hurtful, but guess what? It may be a joke, but sometimes jokes can actually physically be hurtful. Some jokes can actually physically hurt people's feelings. That's why, if you're going to say a joke, think about the joke. And that the joke that you're saying that is intended for probably won't hurt their feelings before you actually say that said joke. Certain jokes that people say to me, they don't bother me. They don't hurt my feelings. But some others, I take the joke more as an insult, not a joke. Sure, if Amber said a joke right now and if it was funny, I would laugh. I'm using Amber as a an example because I know that she's here and she's out there making a comment. So I don't know. Say for example, out of the two people that are currently watching at the current moment, one of you made a said a knock knock joke, and that joke was funny. I'm gonna laugh at it because it was funny. But now, out of the two people that are watching, if one of you made a joke that wasn't so funny and hurt my feelings, I'm not gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna take it as an insult. I'm not gonna mention nobody's name because it's not just one person. It's not two people. It's probably I say probably about 6, 7 people, probably at the most. I'm not gonna name six. I'm not gonna mention those 6 or 7 people because people doesn't know. Don't need to know. But if people can go behind my back and make a joke that know is going to hurt that said person, and then if that said person hears that joke somewhere along down the line and know that that said person meant that meant that joke was directed towards them, then when they find out about it, they're gonna question you about it. And they're probably gonna say, "Oh, thanks for making a joke behind my back, talking about me in a certain way." Now, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm mad. I'm acting my age. I'm not upset, nothing like that. I'm not mad at that person that went behind my back and mentioned something. And I came across that live stream because a certain person mentioned something in a live stream earlier tonight. I sent the said person a picture. And I was on the phone, and yes, I accidentally spelled a word wrong. And that person made a joke about it because I accidentally spelled a word wrong. If I wasn't on the phone, I could have easily said what I wanted to say correctly. But since I was on the phone, I couldn't spell that exact word correctly. But for someone that's supposed to be my friend and go behind my back and say a joke like that, it's hurtful. Again, like I said, I'm not going to mention who these people's names are because, truth be told, I don't want them to feel bad. So I'm not going to say their names out of respect. But I just wish that these jokes that been going on for the past, I don't know, 3-4 months would stop. That's all I wish. I would like them to. I wish that these would stop. And honestly, more than anything, I wish out of all the people that are making these jokes about me would stop making these jokes about me. All 6 of these people. I wish they would stop making jokes about me. If you're currently watching this video, you know who you are. If you come across this live stream in the future and you're watching this, you know who you are. How would these 6 people feel if I made a joke about you? I'm not going to because I'm not that kind of person. if you actually take the time to get to know me, you would actually know how sensitive I really am. And sometimes when people say jokes, they actually do hurt my feelings. I'm normally not a person that would talk about this kind of stuff. But since it's been happening now for months on end, without stop, and I just wish that it would stop. And just know that I'm not mad at you guys for telling the jokes, but just know this. Things can come back to bite you in the ass in the end. Karma is not a joke. Now, I'm not going to seek revenge or anything like that. I'm not going to upload videos about certain people and tag them in the video and all that stuff so they can actually see the video. I'm not going to even put their name in the title or anything like that. Anyways, good night, everybody. Happy Canada Day to people that are in Canada. Hopefully, the weather's better than what we have it here. Hey, Google, what's the weather for today?
Monday in Marystown, it'll be rainy.
We got rain. So, hopefully, in other parts of Canada and other parts of Newfoundland are better. And Amber, I know July the 4th is Independence Day. So happy Independence Day. If I don't talk to you before then, happy Independence Day to you. I know it's a little early, but anyways, bye everybody.